I can't remember if I've shown this in a video yet, but if you look behind me, I put towels over my window because you can't. The blinds are like, these kind of blinds, so you can't put a curtain over it. And it gets so fucking hot in my room. Something just fall off my wall. Interesting. It gets so fucking hot in this room from the window that I would couldn't sit in the room anymore. So I was like, fuck it, it's gonna be darker, but we're doing it anyway. And it's been so much better temperature wise since I've done this. So it was a good move. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about towels over my window. I'm here to talk about the new One Piece chapter. And this chapter was fucking incredible. One of my favorite chapters in a long time to PH, but that's not hard to say because this has been a banger of a banger arc. It seems like it's wrapping up within the next. I say this every week, but this really feels like two, maybe three chapters left until we're out of here. Fully. It seems like they're really, really wrapping up, and I'm so satisfied with what this arc did because it was not at all expected. Like when we finished Wano, we were like, oh, Elbaf, and then when we stopped at Echo, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a Zoe type setup arc for Elbaf, and sure, in a way, it did do setup like it needed to, but this was one of the densest arcs, I think, in the whole series. And I'm gonna save my reflections on the whole thing for when we get to the point where it's definitively over. But God, this chapter felt almost like it was starting to wrap up all the themes of the arc. In a way, it was really showcasing Vegapunk's depth as a character and guilt for not helping Clover and the O'Hara scholars back when he had the full opportunity to do so, and just doing it out of, I guess, fear of the government, or just willing to toe the government line just because he was getting paid by them, and the fact that filled him with so much regret all his life. And now that he's his last straw was doing this, and it's really reflected because you forget that all of these Vegapunk satellites are all part of his consciousness, and you forget that he's still doing these the consciousness that's left is still doing these sacrificial moves even now. Atlas takes out Lilith, completely destroying part of themselves just to allow so that the government couldn't track that portion of the satellite out of Egghead, and just that's still you think about it, it's Vegapunk's still doing things to repent even after the death of his main body. His consciousness is still doing that. You always I feel like a lot of this arc we forget that these satellite characters are part of him, and I think it was really cool to see that as juxtaposed with this whole revealing death to his backstory and life, to have him still doing these sacrificial actions even after his main body is dead, and it's just these satellite portions of him doing this. And God, I thought it was just such a beautiful, awesome, incredible chapter. And they're you know what? let's go back to the chapter because I know there's a lot to say, but I'm having a brain stall here. This does have a sense of finality to it. It almost looked like Jay Garcia's final stand against Kumambani. How was he stopped again? I don't even remember. Sorry. Yeah, I had a total brain fart right just now. But yeah, I'm just scrolling through the chapter, seeing if there's things I wanted to mention. Yeah, just beautiful conclusion to the theming here. And we got more depth to Clover's. His name Clovis? I can't even remember. Okay, there's a shot. I'll show it quick. They're Viz is real sticklers with this. What is that? What is that dragon thing next to? Oh my God, is that the dragon that was on Punk Hazard in a baby form? Is that what that is? I just had a brain blast. Wow, that's awesome. But yeah, we learned that Clover is a D. He learned that his brother was killed in front of him. That's kind of what inspired him to continue this studying. Fucking fucking Caesar Clown already being in the fucking asshole all the way back then. You'd see like the like God, and Robin crying now in modern day, listening to the end of like Vegapunk's speech. It's so beautiful. Like, this is like such a thematic climax for this arc. Was this chapter? Atlas coming in, taking out Lilith. Like all this. Oh, so good. I'm just going through it, just absolutely gushing. This is beautiful. Of course, we got the stuff with the Iron Giants. And the Iron Giant says something interesting. He says, like, let me find exactly where he said it, but like he says, oh, like, this is the time you spoke of, right, Joy Boy? Can I use it? I assume this is going to be like some sort of final attack that he's been saving up that he knows will kill him. And like, this is kind of the time that Joy Boy is like, don't use this unless you absolutely know it's sure. It's like to help bring the dawn, God, such a perfect chapter. Really, like, I'm just like I don't know, my heart's so full right now, just like screaming through this video. Like, I'm like about to cry. It's so beautiful, so good, and everything I love about this series, like, on full force. God, when they blast off. Oh, when Atlas, like, again, like another sacrificial move, pushes the Gorsei, I can't remember any of the Gorsei out of the way, just so the Straw Hats can do the burst and get out of there. Like Vegapunk's still atoning to the very end. Yeah, beautiful chapter. I feel like then of course, interestingly, I thought, am I misremembering? It's been years, almost 10 years since I read like Marineford for the first time, but like, did he say Goldie? Like, did they not know Roger was a D after Marineford? I thought that was one of the reveals, but I guess, oh, and I love that, oh my god, why am I blanking on their names? Fucking, Vegapunk satellites. I'm just totally, the second I hit record, totally blanking out all their names. York is like even very sappy about like, Atlas succeeding, and I just love it. I just fucking love this chapter. Anyway, I feel like we're like really nearing the end. I feel like the 2 chapters or so, it's gonna wrap up, and then I think the true thematic end, and I know Oda, and I know he pulls bullshit with this shit, but I think the true thematic end of this arc would be if they're out of there, they're safe, they're finally like happy, and like getting to Elbaf, and like Kuma just peacefully passes away. Just looks at his daughter, looks at Luffy, seeing Joy Boy, and seeing that his daughter was united with Joy Boy, and he just peacefully lets go of this reality. I think that would be perfect. And Oda might do bullshit where he keeps him alive, because that's what Oda does, but that would just be so beautifully written. It would be like the perfect ending to this arc. But yeah, I think that wraps up my thought of the chapter. This was one of my favorites. It was absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10. Oda is a god. What a masterpiece. Such an inspiration. Thanks for watching.